From the heart of the windswept plateau, they came. Not as a nation, not as a kingdom, but as a force of nature unified by a single, terrifying will. They were the Mongols, and in the span of a single lifetime, they would forge the largest contiguous land empire in human history. Not through mere conquest, but by creating a terrifying peace that would forever link the severed hemispheres of the world. This is the story of the Mongol Empire and the paradoxical era they wrought, the Pax Mongolica. Our story begins not with an empire, but with fragments. The Mongol tribes were locked in endless petty rivalry. Survival was a brutal calculus. Then, from the margins, emerged Temujin. Through charisma, cunning, and sheer strategic genius, he did the impossible. He united the nomadic tribes. In 1206, at a Kurultai, he was proclaimed Genghis Khan. His law was the Yasa, a strict code promoting merit, loyalty, and ruthlessness in equal measure. He reorganized society into a decimal military system. Arbans, Zuns, Minghans, Tumans. He had built a weapon. Now he would point it at the world. Their tactics were psychological warfare perfected. They were masters of mobility, feigned retreat, and terror. If a city surrendered without fight, it was often spared, taxed, and integrated. If it resisted, it was made an example. Mountains of bones marked their passage. To the chroniclers of the settled world, they were the scourge of God, a biblically proportioned punishment. As the medieval world saw it through the lens of Jeremiah, I am bringing against you a distant nation, an ancient nation, a nation whose language you do not know, nor can you understand what they say. Their quiver is like an open grave. They are all mighty warriors. This was not a chaotic horde. It was a sophisticated, deliberate machine of control. They established the Yam, an unprecedented postal and relay system spanning continents, allowing communication at breathtaking speed. They practiced religious tolerance, not out of philosophy, but out of shrewd politics, to keep conquered populations divided and manageable. They recruited the best administrative minds from every culture they conquered. Chinese engineers, Persian bureaucrats, Muslim traders. With conquest complete, a strange peace descended. The Pax Mongolica. Mongol patrols ruthlessly suppressed banditry across the entire breadth of Asia. For the first and only time in history, a merchant could travel from Venice to Beijing under a single political authority. The Silk Road wasn't just reopened, it became a superhighway.
You come from the edge of the world. Tell me of your people, your laws, your stones that burn.
Ideas, technologies, and plagues flowed with the goods. Gunpowder, printing, and the compass moved westward. Persian astronomy and Islamic medicine moved east. The Black Death itself would hitch a ride on Mongol trade routes, remaking Europe. The empire was too vast to hold. By the mid-14th century, it fragmented. The central unifying discipline gave way to local interests. The Yuan fell to the Ming. The Ilkhanate dissolved. The Golden Horde slowly splintered. But the imprint was permanent. The implications are the bedrock of our modern world. Globalization 1.0. The Pax Mongolica created the first truly global exchange of knowledge, commerce, and culture, setting the stage for the later European age of discovery. The rise of Russia and the fall of Baghdad. The Golden Horde's dominion shaped the centralized, autocratic nature of the future Russian state. The sack of Baghdad in 1258 ended the Islamic Golden Age, shifting intellectual power. The technological transmission, the westward flow of Chinese innovations, arguably enabled the European Renaissance. The demographic map, genetic studies show the profound impact of the Mongol conquests on the populations of Asia and Eastern Europe. So what do we learn from the steel whirlwind? The Mongols present history's starkest lesson in unintended consequences. They were builders only of an empire of fear, yet they inadvertently built bridges between worlds. They sought tribute, not trade, yet they created history's greatest free trade zone. They were destroyers on a biblical scale, yet they became the midwives of the modern world. Their veracity lies in a brutal, simple truth. Connectivity changes everything. By forcibly yoking civilizations together, they accelerated the slow march of human exchange by centuries. In their story, we see the dual nature of power, its capacity to devastate, and its accidental role in weaving the fragile web of human civilization. They remind us that history's most transformative forces are often not the most virtuous, but the most powerful. And from the dust of their galloping hordes, our interconnected world was born. This is Hidden Histories. Like, share, and subscribe for more biblical mysteries, ancient truths, and forbidden knowledge revealed daily.